Hi, let's talk more about grammar. Today we will talk about two items. The first one is the modal. You'll find this in your Oxford textbook on page 111. Now, for this modal, we will only talk about the word should. And we use this for giving advice. When we are using should, we use it to talk about things that are necessary, the things that you need to do, and it is right to do it. So you should stop munching on unhealthy snacks. You should try to think of something that you like about yourself. We can also use it in negative statements. In that case, we use should not, or the short form, shouldn't. There are some example sentences for you right there. We should not be afraid of being different. We can use the short form, we shouldn't be apologetic about your body. So using should, talking about things that are necessary and right to do. That's all about the modal should. Very easy to use. I think you already know how to use it. Let's look at adverbs of manner next. This one will be on page 113 in your English textbook. We use adverbs of manner to describe verbs. We already know adjectives on your left. We use adjectives to describe people or things. For example, he was a slow boy. Slow is your adjective describing boy. But look at the other side. Adverbs now, the new one that we're learning about. Adverbs talk about how something happens or how a person does or should do something. For example, he talked and walked slowly. Notice an adjective would be slow, and adverbs we say it is slowly. It's how he does something. How does he talk? How does he walk? He talked and walked slowly. And you can usually form adverbs from adjectives. So slow, make it into an adverb, becomes slowly. Now this chart is in your textbook on page 113, but I would recommend you to write it down on your own piece of paper. So for number one, your adjective, you would add the letters ly, make it into an adverb. For example, careful and carefully. If your adjective, number two, ends in a consonant, that is any alphabet letter that is not the A-E-I-O-U, that is a consonant. So if your adjective ends in a consonant and the L-E letters, cancel away the E and put a Y there to spell it correctly. So for example, gentle, T is your consonant, L-E is your ending. Take the E away and add ly, and there you have it. It's your adverb. This is how you spell it correctly. If you have an adjective that ends in Y only, it doesn't matter what is before it, as long as it ends in Y, we are going to cancel the Y and then add ILY. So for easy, the adjective easy, cancel the Y, add ILY, you have easily. That is your adverb there. Number four, your adjective, if it ends in IC, the letters IC, we are just going to add ALLY. So for basic, change it to basically by adding ALLY, basically. And then number five, the irregular adjectives. These are the ones that you really have to memorize. Know that they are irregular adjectives and then memorize them. They're not going to change, or they are going to be completely different. So either they don't change or they change completely. The whole word changes, like good. We can say it is a good song. Adjective, good. describing the song. But we can say he sings well. How does he sing? He sings well. That will be your adverb. So irregular adjectives, they can either not change or change completely. I would really recommend that you copy this down on your own piece of paper so that you can remember it better. Next, when we use the adverb, we can put it anywhere in a sentence as long as it makes sense. It can be at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a sentence. How do we know the best place to position the adverb? Look in your textbook. It shows you how to do it on page 113. Here's an example. We have a subject, the person or thing that is doing the action, and then the verb, the action. We will place the adverb after that, after the action, after the verb. He shook vigorously. See, the adverb is going after the verb. Subject, verb, adverb. It can go like this. It can also go before the verb, right? If the object is really long. For example, Jane quickly checked. My adverb is quickly. Jane, subject, quickly checked all the updates on her social media feed. Can notice where the adverb is before the verb, before the action. Jane quickly checked. You can also use it after if your object is short. Here's Jane again. Jane checked the updates quickly. So it's talking about the same thing, but you can do it different ways, all right? Next, if you have a preposition, you can put it before the preposition. Here's your subject again. He did what? He shouted angrily at the bullies. At the bullies would be your preposition. And then your adverb goes before that. You can also do it after the preposition. Adverbs are very flexible. They can go anywhere. So here's your subject again. He shouted. Here's your preposition. And then your adverb, angrily. So saying the same thing again, these two sentences, but the adverb can go either before your preposition or after the preposition. And it means the same thing, doesn't change the meaning. Remember, the adverb can be at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a sentence. So you usually form adverbs from adjectives. Just remember that. Adverbs usually come from adjectives. For example, Fluffy was an angry cat. It is an adjective, angry, describing cat. Fluffy angrily scratched the other cat. It shows you how Fluffy scratched the cat. How did Fluffy scratch the cat? Angrily. Adverbs, usually they answer the question why. And take note, not all adverbs end in ly. So you got to remember that not all adjectives, not all adverbs end in ly, but most of them do. So study, memorize the spelling rules that you have copied from page 113, and that will really, really help you when you use them in your writing. For your textbook, page 115, it is a grammar consolidation. Do it because this exercise uses imperatives. We've learned that before. And the modal should, I talked about it very quickly today. And then also the adverbs of manner. So it uses all these three grammar items that we have learned, put them all together. So your job is to find and underline the mistake, insert any missing words using an arrow, and then write the correct words on the lines. You should be able to do that in 10 minutes or so. And then for your homework in the grammar book, you should do page 141 to page 144. These pages only deal with the adverbs, and I think you need to really practice on that. So do your grammar homework. We will check the answer a little bit later. That's all I have for you today. Bye.